As I said, we have a stacked card tonight on the Go Home show for Inferno, so let's just get into it. But the show starts off with Io Shirai laid out cold in the backstage area. Who didn't? Great rating to kick off the show, 88 rating, but who laid out Io Shirai? We'll have to see later tonight if whoever attacked Io Shirai resurfaces. 66. Romu Takahashi makes his way down the ring. The crowd is enthralled with his antics as he makes his highly anticipated debut. So it's going to be interesting. I'm a big Romu Takahashi fan. I hope to build him up in the next coming year. That he's one of the guys I really want to push, along with Adam Cole, Finn Balor, just people. Finn Balor's not young, but him, Romo, Adam Cole are people that I want to push. And speaking of push, 70, oh my gosh. And a belt that had good heat and decent reactions from the crowd, Hiromu Takahashi defeated Leon Ruff in 13-16 by pinfall the Superman suplex. Hiromu Takahashi 83, Leon Ruff 52, 76. I'm legit. I did not, because Hiromu has like around 63 popularity, and him kicking out in 83 just makes me happy that I threw out the checkbook to sign him, even though New Japan wanted to re-sign him. I'm so glad that I got Hiromu. 83 is really good. Also, you have to have a great dance partner, and Leon Ruff it's just a great, and I hopefully get to push him soon. But 83 for Hiromu and 52 for Leon Ruff, and these two have great chemistry. That's amazing. 59, and about that, decent reactions from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. The Rising Sun, they pick up the win, defeating Christian Casanova and EJ Nduka. Okay, I always called him EJ Nunca, but it's EJ Nduka. When Boa pinned EJ Nduka, Kushida carried the match in terms of in-ring performance. Kushida 66, Boa 44, EJ Nduka 41, and Christian Casanova 43. But yes, the Rising Sun pick up the win here tonight in their debut match as a tag team. This is also really good. I think it can help revitalize Kushida's career, but also gives Boa something to do. And under the radar, he's been getting a rub from Kushida. Was like at 38 popularity, but he's now in the greens. I'm pretty sure. I always thought this was white, but I'm pretty sure this is like a light green. But Bo is now in the 41, 42 popularity, and that's because he's been hanging around Kushida, and hopefully I get to build him up more. 76. Kushida and Boa pick up the win here tonight in their first match as a team. Kushida tells Boa he did a good job, and he gives Boa a nod of approval. So yeah, just continue to push Boa. I would never think that I would be pushing Boa in NXT, but here we are. I think it's great I get to push an Asian superstar, which I think I really love the strong style, and I'm really happy to push a new generation of Asian superstar. You have Hiromu, you have Kushida, but now you have Bo, who's younger than both men, and here's a project that I could work on, and I'm really excited to work with Bo, and I think this would be a great tag team. I don't know if they'll be winning the championship. No spoilers or not, but we'll see. They could be winning, and I'm glad they don't have bad chemistry. As long as they don't have They didn't have great chemistry, but as long as they don't have bad chemistry, I'm good. 61, a decent match. Ilya Dragunov defeated Warhorse at 10:06 by pinfall at the Grube As Moscow. Don't quote me on that. But Warhorse 47, Ilya Dragunov 65. Great win for Ilya Dragunov. And Warhorse, just like Leon Ruff, is a good guy to lose on the main roster. He's not a jobber, but kind of is. But I don't want him to be labeled as that. Just a good guy that can give you some really good ratings. 76. So Ilya Dragunov wins as Unbelievable Bar standing in the ring with him. Killian Dane comes out and says he wants in on the group. Ilya contemplates for a second, but Tyler Bate comes out and Bate says he wants to be on PPV. So he'll join Unbelievable Bar for one night only. He might not like their antics, but he wants to represent not Thunder, but Inferno. So Ilya tells Tyler he has a deal. Ilya, Marcel, Alexander Wolf leave the ring, and Dane stands there angry at Tyler Bate. Dane wanted in on Unbelievable Bar, and that's why he attacked Brian Kendrick and Tony Nese. Also, this might be off topic, but I did release Tony Nese because I really didn't have plans for him. I really didn't have plans for him. He really didn't factor into any major storylines at all in the save. So I said I just released him. And Brian Kendrick, he's retiring soon. So I just sent him down to developmental. He's working as a road agent right now, and I'm pretty sure he'll have some matches until he retires. Then after that, he'll just be a road agent. But yeah, both men are done on the main roster for the time being. But to get back on point, Killian Dane is angry at Tyler Bate for basically still in his spot in Unbesieged Bar. It's only for one night only, but if it does work out, will Tyler go back and be a permanent member of Unbesieged Bar? 62. GYV come out, tell Mark and Morgan they found their opponents. Two huge dudes come out from the back. It's Bear Bronson and Bear Beefcake. It's Bear Country. Mark and Morgan look worried. So GYV says if you could beat our handpicked team, then you could be in on Takeover as the last team. And it looks like Subculture have a lot on their hands here tonight. 53. In the buzz had decent reactions from the crowd, but Subpar Wrestling. Subculture defeated Bear Beefcake and Bear Bronson 11-3. With Morgan Webster pinned Bear Beefcake with the 450 splash. Okay, I like that. In terms of in-ring work, Mark Andrews was head and shoulders above everyone else. Mark Andrews 60. Morgan Webster, slightly behind. Not slightly, but a little bit behind with a 50. Bear Bronson 42 and Bear Beefcake 34. And yeah, I signed Bear Country, and they are in developmental right now. I don't think I signed to exclusive deals, but handshake deals. But it's always good to have tag teams, and they're a tag team right now. I will be calling. Maybe I'll call them up. Maybe in the next 6 months or so. I don't know, but my tag team division could always use depth. But Subculture get the win here tonight. 60. Mark Andrews and Morgan Webster pick up the win here tonight over Bear Country. GYV hit the ring as Zach chops Mark Andrews, and then they go ahead and try to give Morgan a ticket to Mayhem, but Morgan kicks Drake in the face, and then he throws Zach into Drake, and then sends both men out of the ring. Mark gets back in the ring, and Subculture stands strong. So GYV is having a bad night. Their handpicked team lost, and they just got embarrassed. 50. In the bout that had decent reaction from the crowd but terrible wrestling, the Beautiful People defeated Indy Hartwell, Kylie Ray, Layla Hirsch, and the mystery opponent. Not a big surprise, but Kaden Carter in 10-01 when Chelsea Green submitted Kaden Carter. In terms of in-ring work, Madison Rain was head and shoulders above everyone else. Paris Marie 29, Tay Conti 33, Madison Rain 57, Chelsea Green 43, Kylie Ray 47, Indy Hartwell 44, Layla Hirsch 45, and Kaden Carter 35. So yeah, just a match. This whole storyline was basically just to get the Beautiful People over. I knew they weren't going to be on the pay-per-view, so I said, let's have a little storyline where the locker room kind of revolts against them and their antics. And just hopefully, since Tay and Paris are far behind from Chelsea and Madison, even though Madison is above Chelsea, I want to help get Tay and Paris over. And with the plans I have for the summer, I think they will be over by time September hits. So if all things go well, they will be in that range where Chelsea is right now, even though I just want to help elevate them. The ratings aren't great right now, but it's always a process, so hopefully we trust the process. 58. Chelsea Green picks up the win for the Beautiful People. Chelsea, Tay, Paris, and Madison stand tall with Robert Stone, enjoying the moment. Who will stop the Beautiful People? 88. So Rosemary and Alyssa Flash make their entrance with smoke coming from the smoke machines. Tegan Knox does a tope suicida, taking both women out. Tegan grabs Alyssa and throws her into the steel steps. Then Tegan grabs Rosemary, but Rosemary spits green mist in her face, taking her out. Maya Awatani comes out to help Tegan. Maya kicks Rosemary in the temple, which causes Rosemary to retreat. Rosemary and Alyssa Flash head up back towards the rampway, and Mayu and Tegan stand strong in the ring. 77. And the bout that had great heat and good wrestling. Maybe it should have been the main event, but North American Championship, been building that up for weeks, so that has to be the main event. But AJ Styles defeated Leo Rush in 15:04 by pinfall. AJ, he's 43, busting out the spiral tap. Great move, by the way. But AJ Styles 85. Leo Rush, who's another guy been pushing. He's been teaming with Trey Miguel. They're not an official team, but he was in the 30s. Now he's creeping up to the 51s, 58. So I'm just so happy to see Leo Rush creeping up there in popularity. But great match between both men. 89. So AJ Styles picks up the win over Leo Rush in a great match. Adam Cole comes out, then Pete Dunne, then Brody King, and then finally Khabib. Khabib says he's ready to go to war with all four of these men at TakeOver. Pete Dunne tells Ciampa, I'm coming for the A, for your A, at TakeOver. And Brody King says he's just ready to prove to the world that he's ready to be a superstar in this industry. And Adam Cole tells them that TakeOver will show Thunder that cheap shots won't stop them from showing who's the best brand between Inferno and Thunder. And AJ closes the segment out with saying, and that's phenomenal. 82. Main event time. So Chad Gable was seen in the crowd before the main event starts as he's scouting his future opponent, Yuri Katsumatsu. Jake something North American title is next. Both men make their entrance and the stage is set for the intriguing clash. I'm just hoping just for 69 or 70. 70, you got it. So in a good match, Yuri Katsumatsu defeated Jake something at 16-17 by pinfall the quick cradle. So yeah, then outright pin Jake something, but he beat him with a quick cradle. Yuri Katsumatsu makes defense number 9 of the North American title. And Yuri Katsumatsu busting out the ratings that I like to see. 74. Jake something, 56. 81. So Yuri Katsumatsu picks up the win in a grueling match against Jake something. Jake leaves up the rampway mad, and Ace tells Yuri that this isn't over. Yuri stands in the ring with the North American title. Chad comes into the ring and holds up the NXT Heavyweight Championship. Is this the match at Supremacy? Because Chad has to face Johnny Gargano tomorrow on Thunder. But Trey Miguel intriguingly comes out and stands on the rampway, and he reminds both men that he has a golden ticket. So yeah, we have a little face-off between Yuri Katsumatsu, Chad Gable, maybe potential match we'll be seeing in one of our main events. But Trey Miguel comes out and reminds both men that, hey, don't get too comfortable because I do have the golden ticket, which is our version of Money in the Bank, where you can cash in on any person with the championship at any time, at any place, anywhere. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. 81. So backstage, we see Rhea Ripley brawling with Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae and Rhea Ripley brawl all backstage and into the women's locker room. Camille drags Jordan Grace through the back and onto the top of the entranceway. Camille setting up Jordan Grace for a spear, but Jessica Havoc comes out and gives Camille a chokeslam. So Jessica Havoc giving the assist to Jordan Grace, even though her and Jordan Grace aren't on the best of terms. Rhea Ripley then gives Candice LeRae a riptide onto a table that was set up in the locker room. Rhea Ripley walks into the stage, but she's attacked by a familiar but shocking face in Toni Storm. What's the most intriguing part? Not only did Thunder invade Inferno, Toni Storm attack Rhea Ripley. 95. So Toni grabs Rhea and throws her into the audience. Toni then gets in the ring and Kay Lee Ray is standing there. Toni walks past her and leaves. So even though Toni and Kay Lee Ray, they were brawling just last week, and now Toni just walks past her and then she attacked Rhea Ripley. What is going on here? Io Shirai comes out of nowhere and gives Kay Lee Ray a crossbody. Kay Lee Ray grabs a steel pipe and lays out Io with it. Tenille comes in and gives the assist to Io with power bombing Kay Lee Ray. Tenille reaches out her hand and helps Io Shirai to close the show. So a lot of things, a lot of moving parts here. Io Shirai and Tenille Dashwood, they just feuded over the Women's Championship at the beginning of last year. At the beginning of the year, I had to catch myself. But last year, and now Tenille is helping out Io Shirai. Brand Warfare makes you do some crazy stuff. I think this was probably my best go-home show and one of the better book shows I've ever done. The recording was smooth, but not only that, the segments were hitting. And I just think everything flowed so smoothly, especially this main storyline with the women. All those matches were good. Hiromu Takahashi surprised the living daylights out of me, but the matches were smooth. The flow, I like a show that has some flow to it, and I feel like this flowed beautifully with match segment, whatever it was. It didn't feel too bloated, and it felt like I hit all the right points without overblowing the card or just stuffing too much into one show. I just thought this was really good, and I think I'm going to get an A-rated show. 80, I think that meant if we had AJ Styles and AJ Styles and Leah Rush, might have been maybe, I was hoping for like an 85, but 80, I am not going to complain with that. Tell me what you thought down below, and I will see you on the Go Home Show for Thunder. Peace.